If you're a monarch in Africa who marries a white person, you need to be dethroned. You need to lose your seat. I don't need to explain it. If you're a monarch who marries a foreigner who is white in Africa, you cannot rule Africans. You've lost the right to rule Africans. I don't think I need to explain this. But if you do need me to explain it, I'll explain. Sometime in the 70s, the Soviet Union opened its door to Africans. Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians. And because of that move, I grew up in Nigeria. I grew up with a fuck ton of biracial friends. I grew up with a lot of mixed race kids as friends. A fuck ton of Russian friends. Russians whose parents... I have a fuck ton of friends whose parents are Russian. Of those kids that I'm talking about, all my friends that I grew up with who are biracial, as far as I know, everyone who is married, all but one, married a white person. All but one married a white person. Those who are not married, who got kids, their baby mamas are white. Even the women, the biracial women who don't got kids, their baby daddies are white. Their husbands are white. So if you're a traditional ruler in Africa who marries a biracial, who marries a mixed race person, that means your children are going to be biracial. We've dealt through that through slavery. Go look at your history. That was one of the ways they controlled us. Was look at Haiti. Haiti is the perfect example for that. The white Frenchman didn't want to control and rule Haiti. So what did they do? They fucked a lot of Haitian women, created an entire race of biracials, and left the biracials in charge, and they went back to France. Look it up. The whites were in France, the biracials were running Haiti, and the blacks were the slaves, until the blacks rose up, killed all the biracials, and took power. Historically, they have always used biracials to control us. That's one of the reasons I'm against biracial, because again, almost everybody I know who has a biracial child, or every biracial person I know growing up, grew up to marry a white person. And so what I'm trying to say here is, your biracial son with the kind of money you have, your biracial daughter with the kind of money you have, the wealth and whatever in Nigeria, chances are they're not going to end up with a black person. So we now get to one day wake up and there's a white king, white Oba, white Emir, white Imam, white Serki, white Izzy. Not going to happen. So if you are a king or queen in Africa and you marry a white person, you've lost all the rights to your throne.
Living a dream, living the African dream.
When we created Pan-African Lifestyle, it wasn't just to make content. It was to build a movement, a multimedia company and lifestyle agency that serves as a catalyst for the African dream through content, experiences, events, and real services that empower our people to travel, invest, and relocate to the motherland with confidence. Over 500,000 of you have joined us across 4 platforms, and we reach over 15 million people every single month. Because of that, we've been able to listen, learn, and truly understand what our community needs. The message was clear. We need guidance. We need clarity. We need direction on how to do this right. So we created Africa 101, the blueprint, the foundation, the guide that has helped hundreds of thousands of people start their journey home, becoming our best-selling book and a trusted resource we are proud of. But guidance is only part of the journey. Many of our people in the diaspora and on the continent face challenges when navigating opportunities, from investment to relocation. That's why we created Due Diligence Africa, a practical guide to evaluating people, places, and opportunities so you can pursue the African dream with confidence and clarity. If you're serious about Africa, travel, investment, relocation, citizenship, or coming home, start with the Essentials in Africa 101 and then learn the red flags and best practices for navigating the motherland with Due Diligence Africa. Get your copies of Africa 101 and Due Diligence Africa at panafricanlifestyle.com